So food affects our sleep more than we give it credit. Being able to digest our food takes work. So if we are eating just before we go to bed, it's kind of hard to run the car and be asleep at the wheel at the same time. Those things do not go hand in hand. You either stop driving or you crash. So when you are eating, that is energy that our body's having to expend to get stuff done. So you shouldn't be eating within 2 hours before you go to bed. So last bite, 2 hours, head hits pillow. Aside from that, the types of food that we eat can also dictate how our bodies function. Remember, your brain is a energy-intensive organ. If you're not consuming enough carbohydrates or fat for your brain to be able to run on, it's going to have a difficult time over the course of the night performing its maintenance functions that it needs. So having a little bit more of the quote-unquote carb-intensive meals at the end of the day is not necessarily a bad thing. People are afraid of, oh, I'm gonna shove all these carbs in my body and then it's all gonna turn to fat while I'm asleep. Well, if you're going overboard and consuming a full day's worth of carbohydrates right at the end of the day, then yeah, that is probably fair to say. However, if let's say you are tracking your macronutrients and you still have a good, or you're in control of being able to determine when you eat your carbohydrates, having that at the end of the day is the optimal choice. Having it early in the day is a good way to start riding the sugar train because now it's harder for your body to regulate your blood sugar. Having it at the end of the day is when your brain is going to be performing some of the higher end functions while it's asleep. So that is a good look. And finally, make sure that you are not consuming too many fluids right before bed as well. Again, that kind of 2 hour window before going to sleep is great. For a lot of people, having to wake up in the middle of the night and go to the bathroom can be the thing that just disrupts their sleep enough and then makes it difficult to go back to sleep. So while you may have eaten well and hydrated adequately, because the timing was too close to bed, you could find it difficult to go to bed because of having to digest and then having to wake up in the middle of the night to have to go to relieve yourself, and now you can't get back to bed. So while good food and good liquid was going in, the timing was enough to mess up a good night's sleep. So take those rules to mind next time you're getting ready to hit the hay.